Did you know that a single wave can travel across an entire ocean at the speed of a jet airliner? It is a staggering thought. Out in the vast, open expanse of the sea, this incredible energy moves almost unseen. A boat sailing upon the surface might only notice a gentle, long swell, rising and falling by just a few feet. The true power lies hidden, deep beneath the waves, a sleeping giant moving silently through the abyss. This is not just any wave. It is a tsunami, one of the most powerful and destructive phenomena our planet can unleash. Its approach is deceptively quiet, a silent titan gathering strength for a devastating arrival upon unsuspecting shores. This phenomenon is a series of ocean waves with extremely long wavelengths, often hundreds of kilometers long. Unlike the wind-driven waves we see frolicking at the beach, a tsunami is a displacement of the entire water column, from the sea floor to the surface. Imagine dropping a colossal stone into a pond. The ripples spread outwards in all directions. Now, picture that pond as the Pacific Ocean, and the stone as a gigantic section of the Earth's crust, suddenly shifting upwards. The energy released is immense, creating a wave that can traverse the globe with astonishing speed and retain its destructive force over thousands of miles, a true testament to the raw power brewing within our world. The term tsunami comes from the Japanese language, a combination of su meaning harbor, nami meaning wave. This name is hauntingly accurate. Fishermen out at sea might not even notice the tsunami passing beneath them, only to return to shore and find their harbor and village utterly obliterated. Where does such terrifying power originate? The vast majority of tsunamis, nearly 80% of them, are born from turmoil deep within the Earth's crust. Our planet's surface is not a single solid shell, but a mosaic of massive tectonic plates that are constantly in motion, grinding against, sliding under, pulling apart from one another. It is along the boundaries of these plates, in subduction zones where one plate is forced beneath another, that the greatest tensions build. For years, decades, or even centuries, the plates can become locked, accumulating an incredible amount of stress, like a bow being drawn ever tighter, waiting for the moment of release. When the built-up stress finally overcomes the friction holding the plates in place, the result is a massive undersea earthquake. In a sudden, violent rupture, the seafloor can be thrust upwards or dropped downwards by several meters over an area of hundreds of square kilometers. This abrupt vertical displacement acts like a giant paddle, shoving an immense volume of water out of its way. This is the moment of a tsunami's birth. The energy from the earthquake is transferred directly into the water, creating a series of powerful waves that radiate outwards from the epicenter, embarking on their silent, high-speed journey across the ocean basin. While earthquakes are the most common cause, they are not the only one. A massive landslide, occurring on a coastal mountain or beneath the sea on a steep continental shelf. On the 26th of December 2004, the world witnessed the terrifying power of a tsunami on a scale that had not been seen in modern times. Deep beneath the Indian Ocean, off the west coast of northern Sumatra, a colossal earthquake ruptured along a fault line stretching for nearly 1,000 miles, with a magnitude of 9.1 releasing energy equivalent to thousands of atomic bombs. The seafloor was violently thrust upwards by as much as 20 meters, displacing an unimaginable volume of water and giving birth to a monster that would bring devastation to the doorsteps of 14 countries. The first wave struck the nearby coast of Banda Aceh, Indonesia, in a matter of minutes. With little to no warning, a towering black wall of water, in some places reaching over 100 feet high, smashed into the city and surrounding coastline. It moved with the force of a battering ram, obliterating everything in its path. Homes, schools, bridges, entire communities. The wave surge penetrated several miles inland, splintered buildings, vehicles uprooted trees which added to its destructive power. The human cost was immediate and catastrophic, an utter tragedy on an immense scale. From its epicenter, the tsunami radiated outwards across the entire Indian Ocean. Traveling at over 500 miles per hour, it crossed the open sea, its lethal energy undiminished. Hours later, it arrived at the coasts of Thailand, Sri Lanka, India. What makes a tsunami so extraordinarily dangerous is not just its height, but its relentless power and momentum. It's not a cresting wave that breaks and just dissipates upon the shore. Instead, it behaves like a rapidly rising tide or a miles-wide river that doesn't stop. The force of the water is immense. A cubic meter of water weighs a ton. A tsunami unleashes millions of tons in a churning surge. This force can demolish reinforced concrete buildings. It can scour foundations from the ground. It can toss ships. It can toss cars. It can toss railway carriages like toys. The kinetic energy is almost beyond comprehension. The danger grows with the debris the wave collects. The water becomes a thick, grinding slurry of sand, soil, splintered wood, twisted metal, broken glass. That debris turns the wave into a liquid bulldozer with battering rams and cutting edges. Survivors of the initial impact can be crushed, or struck by objects carried within the flow. Escape in the inundation zone becomes nearly impossible. It doesn't just flood, it scours the landscape. Yet, humanity is not entirely defenseless. The key to survival is not to fight the wave, but to avoid it. This begins with knowledge and early warning. In the wake of the 2004 disaster, a comprehensive Indian Ocean tsunami warning system was established. It mirrors the long-standing Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. These systems use a network of seismographs to detect earthquakes and deep ocean buoys, known as dart buoys, to detect pressure changes. They confirm a wave's existence and provide vital warnings to coastal communities. Education is perhaps our most crucial shield. Communities in at-risk areas must understand the natural warning signs. A strong earthquake that makes it difficult to stand is the first and most immediate signal. If you are in a low-lying coastal area, this is your cue to move to higher ground immediately. Do not wait for an official warning. The second sign is the unusual and sudden recession of the sea, exposing the ocean floor. This is not a curiosity to be investigated. It is the final, urgent signal that a massive wave is moments away. Teaching these simple, life-saving facts to every man, woman, child in a coastal zone is paramount. In addition to warnings and education, thoughtful planning and engineering can help mitigate the risk. This includes creating and clearly marking tsunami evacuation routes that lead people away from the coast to designated safe zones on high ground. It involves smarter land use zoning, restricting the construction of critical infrastructure like schools, hospitals, in the most vulnerable low-lying areas. Building vertical evacuation structures, towers, can also provide a last resort refuge for people who are unable to reach high ground in time. This strategy is being increasingly adopted in places like Japan, United States. In the end, our relationship with the ocean must be one of profound respect. The Earth is a dynamic and powerful planet, and its mightiest expressions, like the tsunami, serve as a humbling reminder of our place within its systems. We cannot tame these great waves, but we can learn to live with their possibility. Through science education preparation, we can honor the memory of those who have been lost by empowering ourselves to protect those who are yet to face the silent titan's rise. The future of coastal communities depends not on conquering the wave, but on our wisdom to heed its warning and move out of its path. Here, the immense energy that was spread throughout the deep ocean is compressed. A diagram showing a tsunami wave traveling in the deep ocean versus its dramatic increase in height as it approaches the coast. The wave slows down, but its height grows astronomically, transforming from a subtle swell into a monstrous wall of water that can surge inland for miles. The sheer scale of a tsunami is difficult for the human mind to grasp fully. A typical wind-generated wave might have a period of a few seconds between crests. A tsunami's period, however, can be an hour or more. This means that the devastation is not a single, fleeting event. After the first wave strikes, the sea may recede dramatically, exposing the seabed in a strange and ominous spectacle. This is not a moment of safety, but a warning. It is the trough of the colossal wave, and the next crest, often even larger than the first, is on its way, ready to compound the destruction in a relentless, unforgiving